So before we get on to this video, the Seattle Storm have come out and basically apologized about a co-owner, what they said. Throughout this video, I say, look, we don't know whether or not this was from the owner. Turns out, yeah, it absolutely was, and there has been a response. So if at any stage, I'm going to say during this that I'm like, oh yeah, do they have to respond? They did. I'm surprised they did. I really am. It doesn't change how bad a look this is in general from the Seattle Storm as an organization if a co-owner is cursing out two 16-year-olds on the sideline. Seattle Storm owner cursed out two teenagers for holding up a "Thank you, Sophie Cunningham" sign. Like, while having no issue for, people protesting the opposite way. And I'm like, I got to be real. If the Seattle Storm came out and said, we're not letting any political coverage happen, then okay. It is what it is. So this is what they've said, is it?
There signs that said, like, we love Sophie, like, thank you, Sophie, for speaking up. And so we were holding on, just watching the game. Again, like, we were being super great. We hadn't said anything to anyone else. We were being super respectful. We were just holding our signs and cheering for both teams. And this older lady comes up to us. And at first I think she's going to be nice. And then she asks, like, what are you guys doing? Or something like that. And then it was like...
It's got a 1.5 times speed here.
Jesus loves everyone. That's what she told us. And I was like, oh, I know. Like, I'm religious. Like, I know. Like, I know. Nice. Yeah. And she's like, oh, I hope Jesus can forgive you for what sin you've done. And, like, something like that. And then she told us that we were effing insane.
And she's like, and she went like, insane. Yeah. She's like, you better stop this.
And stop pulling this. Yeah.
And for you guys, hope God can save you.
Yeah.
She said, for you to come here and pull this shit.
Yeah.
She said the word. Yeah. Did she say effing insane or?
No, she said the word.
And nobody around you spoke up for you.
No.
I will say, honestly, when I came over, you were in tears.
Yeah, I've never been yelled at like that. I mean, I've had people hate on me on the internet, but, like, it doesn't really...
That's not a good look. Like, that is really, really not a good look. Like, I'm going to be real here. I'm going to be very real. If you are a team and you're a league, you can absolutely, by the way, be apolitical. You can absolutely, as a team, as an owner, have whatever political stances you want. But it becomes a very touchy subject when, as a league, you push one huge things. You push one thing. And especially when I'm not even going to give my opinion on this topic here, because I don't think that anyone gains from hearing a random man in Ireland's opinion on this. I don't think anyone gains from hearing my opinion. But I will say this. Worldwide, I would say 90% of people agree with what Sophie Cunningham said. 80 to 90%. If they were anonymously surveyed, 80 to 90% agree with what Sophie Cunningham said. And if we're being real, I would actually think the highest percentage demographic that agree with what Sophie Cunningham said is probably female athletes. It is probably female athletes are probably the highest demographic, which is why, again, there's one player that has, in Steph Dolson, that has, like, actively come out and not support Sophie. The players, and again, there are definitely players that are on Sophie's side, players against Sophie that don't want to speak up about it. Not because they're scared, because it is the most irrelevant thing ever. The law has been passed. Whether you agree or not, or whatever side you were on in this, is pointless. It's not going to get unpassed. The Olympic Committee decided on it. It's not going to get undone. It's not going to get undone. Like, I think at this stage, like, overcommitting one way or another for something that is irrelevant is the most pointless thing ever. And, like, you've got now the owner. This is a really, really bad look. When, again, this could be false. I am reporting information by Brandy Cruz here and the people there. I'm reporting what they're saying. if the owner of a team is cursing out fans at a game and saying, I hope God can forgive you, that is so far past the line in any circumstance. It doesn't matter what they were protesting. Like, in that scenario, it's so far past the line. Like, I don't think people understand. It is so far past the line of what is acceptable for an owner to do. Like, what are we doing?
Because it's just people online, but that just took me by surprise because I thought she was gonna be nice, and then she started like screaming at us and cussing at us. So yeah.
And so you said she walked away, and we thought that was kind of it. But she mentioned something to you about like working for the team, or
there was another lady that like told us like we were able to have our opinions, but we needed to not be political about it. And I tried to explain to her I wasn't trying to be political. I was just trying to support Sophie and support the other teams.
And you were just sitting there watching.
Yeah, we hadn't interacted with anyone
sides.
except for like saying excuse me. Like we were really nice and stuff. And then this lady told us like, oh, you know who that is? And we were like, no.
So what was your reaction when I texted you that is the owner of the team?
It's just sad. We were like.
I thought that was Lynn Dunn for a second.
What? Yeah, we were shocked. Yeah, it's disappointing though too, because she's also a woman and she just kind of cussed out two 16-year-olds that were just trying to have fun. We weren't trying to be political. We were just trying to support Sophie, which I guess we did.
Yeah. And so overall, because I know that wasn't the only person who was like.
They can't say we weren't trying to be political. They were, but at the same time, when you've got people sitting beside them protesting the opposite way with a political sign the opposite way, it just feels hypocritical. It just does. And again, we know cursing out fans is so far past the line. It is so far past the line.
Like giving you a hard time, kind of. I mean, did you feel like they've got their no hate signs up, and did you feel welcome?
No, the whole time we were kind of on edge. I was like,
but like, yeah, like a fan got spat on. Like, they literally spat on a fan. So like, apparently. Again, allegedly, according to Brandy Cruz, there were people, people were walking around with the XXYY, there were people tripping them up. Like, it was, like, for lack of a better word, like, Indiana Fever fans got assaulted at the arena yesterday. And again, this is not on all the fans in Seattle. There are tens of thousands of fans at this game. This is not on all the fans in Seattle. We're not out here calling the Seattle Storm as an organization or Seattle unsafe. But like, let's be real, like, there was so much, all the shit that has been built up in the media. Thank you so much for the $20. The NBA, CBA is a $100K fine for players managing publicly making comments detrimental to the team. WNBA agreement, same language. To do so, but no penalty or fine. Shit, really? Thank you so much for the $20. Really appreciate that, Angie. But if we're being real, I think this whole media thing and this Fever fans are a danger and this protest, as Cindy Brunson tried to claim that this protest compare 10 people standing outside the Seattle Storm Stadium to January the 6th, that does bring in hostility, and it makes people feel emboldened to curse out people just standing there, to spit on fans. Like what are we doing? Like what are we actually doing here? What is there to be gained by this? Nothing at all. There's nothing at all to be gained by this.